This is Bertha. She's one of my smaller goats. She's a little more skittish. But all my goats are pregnant, so I had to separate them. I do that so that babies don't get injured or anything. And as you can see, there's another goat on the other side where she's at that's pushing on the door, trying to get out to her. But they will fight, so when I know that they're pregnant, I separate them. I shouldn't say I do. My honey bunny does. And I'll help, but I don't do it by myself. But I just wanted to give you a show. I've got a couple others I'm going to show you here. Okay, this is another one. She's Oreo. We're not too sure she's pregnant. So we've left her in here with the male because we're unsure. Now the male, he's huge, but he's camera shy. Well, not actually, but you see how big he is? He's huge. If I had some corn, I could get his head in here easily. Saltadine. Come on, Saltadine. Come on. She's got her head stuck over here. And of course, my dog is trying to stick his head in the situation too. But she's over here. She's getting ready to be fed too, so she's hungry. We come out here this morning to feed them. And I thought since I was out here and we was feeding them, I said, hey, I'll give you a tour of my goats. Now, we're not too sure. Like I said, we're not real sure she's pregnant. So we've left her in here with him just a little bit longer until we're more sure, or in case she's not. Then she will show up. The best way to know for sure they're pregnant is when they have milk. And he's coming in here. And she moved out of the way. He's all excited because he knows that it's feeding time and he wants to be fed too. This here, she's olive oil. And she's pregnant. And like I said, we separate them from the males. What you doing, girl, huh? Are you trying to get in the camera here? Come over here and I'll give you a nose rub. She's just being nosy. She's like, hey, I haven't seen you in a few days. I've been busy doing other things. Got her head. She's twisting it all the way back. She's so funny. They're beautiful. And they give me milk and cheese. And they also give me meat. I really do think they are what I call the best return for your money. You get milk, meat, and you can also make cheese. And they're easier to handle, much easier to handle than cattle or cows are. And they actually know their names. Watch her. She tilts her head back, which makes them fun too. And she's definitely pregnant. Most of them have twins. Hi, girl. Hi, girl. Yeah. She likes being scratched. They all do. They like being scratched in parts where they can't scratch themselves. You know. But we separate them for their own protection. She's twisting her head backwards. I'm going to show you another one. Here's another one. She was a runt. And we never thought she was going to grow up to be much of anything. And I had my pastor who, he had one goat, female, and she had a baby. He had gotten rid of all of his goats but her. It was a female. Her name was Minute. And he finally decided he wanted to try to breed her again and asked me if I would help him with the male. So I gave him a little male. Now, our pastor did a lot of traveling and everything, and so he didn't want to leave the little male by himself. He wasn't big enough to breed with her yet, but he didn't want to leave her alone, him alone, I should say, and he asked for a little female. So I gave him her. She was small, she was a runt, and I thought she might do better by herself, not having, you know, because we had 7 or 8 babies at that time. Well, we gave her to him, and of course, like I said, he traveled a lot, and he's where I got a lot of my goats from, my first breeders. And so he decided he couldn't keep even the female he had, and the male or her. So he gave them to me. And we kept her. And she's turned out to be a wonderful goat. And she's grown a lot. Slowly, but she has. And she gives us twins every year. And she's gentle. And she allows me to milk her. So it works out good for me, you know. And so we named her, this one is Olive Oil. The other one I showed you was called Bertha. And we enjoy all of them. The milk, the meat, the cheese, all of it. And like I said, it's a good conversion. Easy, they're easier to take care of, I think. And we let them graze out in the back a lot, but we feed them some good hay and in the mornings there's some Sudan to help them out, and then we open it up and let them out in the fields, but not when they're pregnant, because we do not want to take, you know, a chance of one of them bucking, hitting, and it causing a miscarriage. So we separate our females when we know they're pregnant. We don't want any miscarriages or injury done, so I'm going to see if I can get my male in his head in the camera. Okay. Yep. Here we go. This is him. He's busy eating. He has his own stall that he eats in. We separate them. We have 3 stalls here, as you can see. And we separate them when they eat, because if you don't, they'll fight. And of course, he's a piggy. He will eat everybody's food. And so we separate him from the others. So, because otherwise he eats everything. And when the females are pregnant and we know they're pregnant, we separate them because we do not want the milk to come out tasting goaty. Goaty meat and goaty milk comes from you keeping them with the male. All the babies we have from our goats, we will separate them. And we will keep our females separated from him as long as we milk them. That way the milk has no off taste. It's wonderful, and it makes wonderful cheese. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little tour of my goats. I'm so excited that I'm going to soon have some babies. I love the babies, and I love to milk. And I will make some videos in the future on milking and making cheese. Well, God bless you, and have a blessed day.